I believe that great SaaS businesses are built on three things. Number one, you've got product. Number two, you've got market. And number three, you've got go-to-market. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that I've made as a startup founder, more than once, more than I'd like to admit, is I tended to over-index on building product and didn't do enough on market and go-to-market. In this video, I'm gonna share with you everything that I've learned on how to actually build out a go-to-market strategy so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did in the past. Intro. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Unstoppable. I'm TK. On this channel, I help startup founders like you navigate the path to the next stage of growth, navigate the path to product market fit, and also navigate the path to building thriving SaaS businesses. So if you are new to this channel, welcome. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell icon because I drop a video like this 3 times a week, every week. Also, if you're back, welcome back. It's really great to have you here. If you're building out a SaaS business, it can be really easy to fall into what I call the one more feature trap. Now, in this channel, I talk a lot about the prior SaaS businesses that I've built, that I've raised money for, that I've exited, that I've helped turn around and then exit again. But what I don't talk about as much are the businesses that didn't go anywhere. And there's been more than one. The truth of the matter is, before I built ToutApp, which was my venture-backed business, I actually worked on a company called, well, I wouldn't call it a company. I worked on an idea called Recommend, which didn't go anywhere. I worked on an idea called Brain Trust, which made some revenues, but didn't really go anywhere. I even worked on an idea called Main Street, something we built over the course of a weekend at a startup weekend in New York City, and that didn't go anywhere either. The thing though is, ToutApp worked because I had this one aha moment. The one aha moment that I had was I was never gonna be just one feature away from the product going boom. I was never gonna be that one feature away from everyone in the world realizing that, oh my God, I need this product, I'm gonna sign up right now. In order to make a SaaS business work, I needed to go beyond product and actually think about market and go-to-market. And in particular, I needed to think about go-to-market. This is a hard lesson that I learned. I'm a technical founder, and through those years, I actually learned this the hard way. Now, when I say it in this video, it sounds obvious, like of course, TK, you gotta look at all three. I don't know about you, but it wasn't obvious to me. I worked on Brain Trust for months on months on months and built more features and more features and more features. And I kept telling myself, if I just add this advanced file sharing and this real-time thing, then everyone's gonna realize how amazing this is and more people are gonna sign up from the homepage. And the truth of the matter was, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Those extra features didn't matter. The only thing that really broke me out of that inventor mindset, that one more feature trap, was starting to look at my SaaS business in these 3 prongs. So knowing everything that I know and all the hard lessons that I've learned, and I'll be sure to share more of the hard lessons more in the future episodes, let's dig into the 3 principles you need to know to really hone in on my market and go-to-market strategy. So if you're excited to dig in, go ahead and smash that like button. Now, I'm gonna walk you through my 3 principles, but there's one thing that's worth noting. Before you jump into go-to-market, the one thing you should really flesh out is market. One of the things that I realized was you can take a mediocre team, mediocre product, you can put it in a great market. If the market forces are that strong, the mediocre team, the mediocre product, the mediocre go-to-market strategy will still be okay and it will still be a wildly successful company. That's just the truth. That's just how business works and market forces work. So you should spend a little bit of time on making sure you have your market strategy right, you have your total addressable market down, you understand why the market is ripe for disruption in the way you're going into it. That's beyond the scope of this video because I want to dig into go-to-market, but I did do an entire video on total addressable market and how to really figure it out and how to define your market strategy. You can check it out here. You don't have to go to it now. I'll link to it below and I encourage you to watch it after this. Now, let's dig into principle number 1 on building out my go-to-market. Right? So as a founder, you probably have your product down solid. You want to flesh out and check out that market video. Now let's dig into go-to-market. The first thing I would do in terms of establishing my go-to-market strategy, this is before content marketing and ads and all the fancy stuff or outsourcing marketing, which I don't believe in. The first thing I would do is I would work to establish myself as an authority or an expert or some sort of knowledge broker in my space. I would actually put myself out there and put myself as the brand and say, hey, we're in this market, we're working with these group of people, we're solving this problem. I'm gonna be the expert. I'm gonna figure out a way to become the expert and learn everything that I need to learn. I did this with ToutApp. We were entering the sales engagement space. I ordered the top 10 books on sales. I hit up people that were VPs of sales and sales leaders, and I said, hey, how does this work? What do you do? Tell me about your job. I wanna learn everything because I'm just an engineer. I don't know how to market and sell. I wanna learn everything. And I went deep into that knowledge. I partnered with influencers to work with them. I worked hard to establish myself as someone that could take all that knowledge, take all that research, and put it out with authority and some level of expert knowledge. So that's the first thing I would do. This works in two ways. One, it puts you out there in the market as someone that people can follow as an authority in the space, your ideal customers. And two, it better positions you to actually think about your product and solve the problem in the right way. So net, it actually is a win-win on all sides for you. So I would establish myself as an authority to do whatever it takes to learn as much as possible about the space. Now this is a big part of go-to-market. Putting yourself out there is super necessary to get out of that inventor mindset. The second thing I would do, in number 2, is I would share my findings with others. And I did this back in the ToutApp days. I did a blog regularly. I posted on LinkedIn regularly. I did a webinar regularly. I tweeted regularly. I kept connecting with people in my ideal customer profile. I went to conferences. But what I did more than anything was I took everything that I learned. We tried it in our own place, in our own companies. We worked on it with our customers, and I shared my findings consistently. I was never shy to get up on a stage and say, hey, I'm not the biggest expert, but here's what we tried, here's what we learned from you, and here's what's working. Tell me what you think. And I shared that consistently, and you have to get comfortable doing that. If you can do that, especially in the early stages, again, this works in both ways. One, your market becomes aware of who you are because you're an authority, you're a leader, you're sharing your insights, they'll engage with you, but also it'll help you build a better product. You guys starting to get this? Now, before I go into number 3, let me just pause here for a second. If you're getting value from this video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It means the world to me and my team. And also, if you're building out a SaaS business, I have a 10-point SaaS checklist that you should definitely check out. I'll link to it below. I'll tell you more about it at the end of this video. Okay, now let's jump into number 3. The third thing I would do is, out of all the stuff that I'm doing, the things that I'm sharing, the things that I'm learning, I would actually publish a manifesto. A manifesto could be a 5-point guide, a 10-point checklist, a book, whatever it may be. I would publish a manifesto that is the definitive guide on what I think this space is going on, what is happening in this space, what the changes are, and how our software product happens to address those problems. I would publish that manifesto, and again, every week as I'm sharing my findings and going out there and getting on stage and being that authority, I will always link to my manifesto, which will then link into my team or me to book a call or to sign up for our product and to actually get things going. This will actually help you build a go-to-market machine, and most importantly, it'll help you build a core audience. This core audience that engages with you, that looks at you as an authority and an expert, that actually looks at the stories and your findings and engages with you and contributes back, that actually consumes your manifesto and then books a call with you or tries your product. This will end up getting your go-to-market machine going. Not only will it get it going, it'll get it going in a very differentiated way. You'll actually build your brand, and you'll out-teach the competition. You'll actually teach your prospects, they'll trust you more. Most importantly, you'll have an audience that you can sell into. If you start doing this in the super early stages, by the time your product goes into market, you'll have a ready-made pipeline of people that are ready to buy. If you're already in market, this becomes a differentiated way for you to run your go-to-market. Because on top of this, you can do all the standard things that every other SaaS company is doing. You can do the content marketing, you can do the webinars, you can run the ads, you can do outbound, but all of those things become that much more powerful because you have your core messaging right. You have your core manifesto right. You have your authority. You're lifting yourself up above the competition and saying, hey, we're the best in this space. We're gonna be the experts in this space. We're gonna solve your problems, and here's how. And people will pay attention. This is the big lesson that I learned the hard way. I had to snap out of my inventor mindset because I was a technical founder. I'm like, oh, I can just build this feature. It'll be better. The product will be better. No one cared. The moment I put myself out there, the moment I said, no, we're gonna be really good at sales, and we're gonna be really good at marketing, and we're gonna teach our customers how to do the same, and they're gonna use our software. We're gonna bring everything together. The moment we did that, everything changed, and ToutApp took off, whereas Main Street, Recommend, Brain Trust didn't go anywhere, and no one even heard of them. So that's what I have for you today. Those are my 3 steps, just to recap, in terms of establishing a go-to-market strategy. Number 1, establish yourself as an authority, become that expert, just get into it. Number 2, share your findings with others. And number 3, publish a manifesto and always link to it so that people can consume it, and then go sign up for a call or sign up for your product. These are things that I teach inside of my SaaS Go-To-Market program. We actually teach you how to establish your ICP, how to create your manifesto, and how to run a Broadway show so you have a very differentiated go-to-market machine. I'll link to that link, our Go-To-Market program, down below. We do accept new members. But I have something more important for you. If you're not ready to go that deep yet, I have a 10-point SaaS checklist. It's completely free. It'll help you stress test where you are in your SaaS business. If you've got enough of a strategy around product, go-to-market, and market, it'll help you stress test where your SaaS business stands in terms of all these different levers that exist for you as a startup founder. If you're interested in that, go ahead and follow the link below, or you can just go to tkkader.com/SaaS-checklist. Also, don't forget, I'll link to that video about how to establish your market strategy. That's your total addressable market. So that video will be down there. I'll link to the 10-point SaaS checklist, also completely free. And also, if you're interested in working with me as part of my SaaS Go-To-Market program, I'll link to that down below as well. That one is application only. It's not for everyone. The better the fit, the better results you get. So we always do a little bit of a vetting process, but you can follow that link and see if it would be a good fit for you. Lastly, if you got value from this video, please smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Also, I drop a video like this with actionable insights, stories from my experience in being a SaaS founder 3 times a week, every week. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon. And if you're building out a go-to-market machine, definitely hit the subscribe button and that bell icon, because my next video is going to be digging more into something that's super important in growing SaaS businesses. And that's your ideal customer profile. So be sure to subscribe. That way you'll be notified when I drop an episode. And remember, everybody needs a strategy for their life and their business, but when you are with us, yours is going to be unstoppable. I'm TK, and I will see you in the next episode.